What's going on, guys? This is pretty funny. So I just got back from vacation. I was in Mexico, and one day early, I get a message from a friend that says, "Hey, are you bidding on the manual orange 6-speed SS?" And I'm like, "Which one?" I didn't check because I was just busy with friends and family, and kids are playing. I didn't check, so when I got the message on Facebook, I just casually opened my phone and I was like, holy cow, there's a pretty low damage 6-speed SS running. I should probably show up to the auction on this. So I showed up to the auction, and I kind of had short notice, and the internet connection was sketchy, so I didn't do my research on the car. I looked at the pictures, I ran the VIN a couple places. I'm like, I'll bid on it, it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? So I'll show you what I guys bought. I bought this car, okay? I paid $17,400 before fees. The total comes out to almost $18,800, $1,400 more dollars. So let me show you the car that I bought. 2017 OBM. This is a beautiful color in person, almost as good as some like it hot red. You know, not damage, not too crazy. You know, doesn't look like the front bar moved. Kind of just looks like a light side swipe type thing. Roof bags are out. The knee and wheel isn't. Not horrific in the back. You know, looks like hopefully these parts aren't going to come with the car. Looks like the rear bumper might be able to be saved. The front bumper, probably not, but we're probably going to be able to reuse some of the stuff. I don't know yet, okay? Nothing about this so far is anything interesting, okay? Other than the VIN, 305500. So I'm looking at this thing, and I was kind of like, man, I kind of won this thing for kind of cheap. So like I said, I had a sketchy internet connection, and then I was like, man, I was thinking did I buy like a trap car? You know what the Copart IA trap cars are? These guys will buy a car, patch it up, and sell it, and they'll make it look a little bit better, and then it shows up, and it's a total piece of shit. I mean, it's so bad. Wood screws, cut sensors, 4-inch thick Bondo. Like, they really patch them up. This isn't the case, because the seller, I'm pretty sure this is an insurance company. Maybe that's Geico's abbreviation. I don't know. So I look at the VIN, right? And I jump on a bid fax, and I find this. And then I laugh to myself, because normally if you're a rebuilder and you end up finding a record for bid fax, your heart instantly sinks. Your heart instantly sinks, and you're like, I bought a trap car. I'm going to lose a few dollars. I'm going to get rid of it right away. But it turns out I bought this car originally in 2022. I rebuilt it. I sold it to somebody. That customer owned this car for 2 years, rebuilt, put 5,000 miles on it. He sold it back to me, because one of the things about rebuilt titles is it's not per se harder to sell them, but places like CarMax, Carvana, or franchise dealerships, or bigger normal dealerships, they don't really buy them, or if they do, they give you an extremely unfair valuation, an impossible valuation. Okay, fixated. First of all, this is in 2022. Okay, you could be fixated that I bought this car for 20 grand before the fees. Okay, I only bought this car in 2022 for 20 grand. Okay, and I rebuilt it. This was my ad from Cars for Sale. So this is the car repaired already. And you know, we do what I would like to believe, we do really good work on our cars. I've very rarely over the years have had a complaint or a problem with anybody talking about the quality of what we sold them, especially how much shipping we do out of state. It almost never happens. If we do make a mistake, we offer to take care of people. So this was the car after we repaired it. Just absolutely beautiful. Okay. Anyways, you get the idea. And then if you scroll down, I always add the damage pictures to my cars. So you could see this is the same car. Now, I bought this car in 2022. This is with fees, 21.7. It cost me 13 grand of parts and in-house labor. Okay, this is what I was in this car for. All right, and then I sold this car for $40,995 and $5,800. There's a lot of dealers that make $5,800 on cars without having to spend weeks on rebuilding them and finding the most rarest parts for a car. So, anyways, and that's 2022, okay? So we rebuilt this thing back in 2022. I had sold the car to a customer. He was really happy with it. He had it for about 2 years. He put 5,000 miles on it, and then he called me up and he's like, hey, I want to sell the car. So I made him a strong offer on it. We bought the car back. I had the car, and then we sold it a second time. I sold it with 37,000 miles after the first owner that we sold it to. And I sold it to a customer in Florida. And the customer in Florida bought it with 37,000 miles. He just totaled it again. This is him totaling it again for a second. This is a second customer totaling again for and almost 51,000 miles. So everyone's been driving around in the car. It's been pretty healthy. Still no codes. So it's kind of funny. This same car I am now going to rebuild twice from a total loss. And this will be the third time I sell it, because I also sold it once when I took it back from my first customer. And then I sold it to this individual. Hilarious, kind of funny. You know what I mean? So I'm not overly worried about it. We did pay. How about this? Here's the thing. Here's why auction prices at Copart and IA don't really matter, because what matters more is how much damage there is. Okay, you saw that we paid 22 grand for this car, 20 grand before fees back in 2022 with 32,000 miles on it. Okay, I just bought this thing. What was the winning bid? Where is it? 17.4, and it's got more miles, 51,000 miles. The difference in price is only $3,000, but so many more miles. You know, 50,000 versus 30,000, and that's because this has less damage than the first time, so people are willing to pay more for it. But that's just hilarious that the same SS is coming back to us. It's 2026 now, and I get to rebuild this thing a second time. Keep rebuilding them as long as they're good mileage cars, lower damage, 6-speed cars. No big deal, man. We'll keep restoring them over and over again. And I'm a firm believer that I think the title and the number of accidents doesn't matter. It could be in 20 accidents. A car is either repaired well and is working well, and the accidents don't matter. You know. So we'll see what shows up. And we'll take it from there. But kind of funny buying a same car totaled for a second time.